Hello and welcome to this edition of The Buzz, where we try to get into everything that's happening at Abington High School, especially regarding Abington High School Green Wave sports. My name is Shawn Reilly and I'm the host of The Buzz, and each couple of weeks we like to bring in different members of our student athlete group, and today we're going to be bringing in some of our finest from our hockey program and our basketball program. So for the first segment, we're going to talk to those who like to play on the ice. So with me today, we've got Calli Pineau and we've got Evan St. Martin, members of our varsity hockey teams. Welcome aboard, guys and girls. Calli, you've been on the show before.
Yep.
We've talked in the past. Evan, welcome. It's your first time here. Both of you are seniors here at Abington High School. And we talked a little bit before we turned the cameras on and everything. How you guys have been playing since youth hockey? So how many years of hockey have you been playing, Calli?
Around 15 years.
15, and you mentioned you started when you were 3?
Yeah, so 14.
14 years. Both of you come from a little line of hockey family, a little heritage. Evan, talk to me about how you kind of got into the game.
I'd say my dad probably just wanted me to be a hockey player. I know I tried like soccer and I would run to my mom. I'd be like, no, I don't want to play. Well, that's what I heard. And so I'm guessing I just loved the sport. I kind of remember my first time playing, but I guess him just putting me right into hockey, I just loved it since then.
And now you're good at it.
I'm okay at it, yeah.
Calli, how did you get started?
Well, my parents played before. My dad and my mom, they both played like in a league. And then my older brothers played. And then I think that's what kind of got me into it, seeing my brothers play.
Did they encourage you to play, or was it kind of like, girls don't play hockey?
No, they encouraged me.
Good. Yeah.
But I think like I loved like just seeing them skate and watching them and like.
Yeah, so there's you have 3 brothers all play hockey.
Yeah, and a younger sister.
And another younger.
Yeah.
Oh, good. We have another one coming
Yeah.
up. Oh, good for the Green Wave. That's always good to hear. Evan, you're a senior, playing on the hockey team, and you have the boys team is a lot of seniors on the team.
Yeah.
How's that working out this year? How's the camaraderie going?
I mean, we grew up together. We all known each other since elementary school, so I'd say the team chemistry is above like anything. Like, we're all just super good friends. We love hanging out with each other, so I think the team chemistry is the best part.
That's I think we've talked before in some of our other episodes where it's the extracurricular activities, it's the sports activities where you really get your friendship bonds through high school, and some of those bonds just never break for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
You guys going into this season, there was this, I don't want to call it a worry or concern, but who was going to be the goalie? And someone has stepped up for you guys and done a pretty good job. Who's that?
Nick Harris. He's been great. I mean, literally no complaints. Beginning of the season, we had our doubts. We would see him play, we would take shots on him, everything would go in and be like this is our season, oh no. But going into the first scrimmage, it was a couple of weak shots went in, and then after that something clicked in his head where it just, Pembroke 1-1 off of like 40 saves. I would have never guessed that. So I couldn't be happier with Nick in goal.
I was talking to Coach Woodford too, the same thing, how Nick has really stepped it up. And and a lot of that goes to a good defense in front of him. Now you're a centerman, right? You play center.
Yeah.
Do you find yourself down ice more often, or do you really play the whole up and back?
So I just recently moved to center, but the last game where I played center, I definitely wanted to be more defensive because like just that extra help, and although he is a really good goalie, that first year you still want to be there for him as much as you can. So we're definitely focusing on defense more.
It's definitely hockey is a team defense, and it's also a team offense. And that's Calli, you seem to excel on the offensive side. You are playing center.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Tell us now. Abington High School doesn't have their own separate girls team. Tell us about the team you're on. You're in a co-op team with Situate High School and Norwell High.
Yep.
Right. And 2 other Abington girls are on there. Tell us about the other girls that are from Abington that are on your team.
Liz Dow and Molly Butchergrass. Well, they're both defense, so they help out on the defensive side. But I think like coming into it, like I think it was kind of like scary for Situate too, because they'd never seen played with each other. But I don't know, like I feel like we have a really good connection with like pasta parties. We're always like looking to like hang out with each other.
I was going to ask you about that because, as Evan just said, he's been playing with the same guys, through the last several years. You're literally meeting some of your teammates for the first time.
Yeah.
Even though you've all been playing hockey for years, you're now playing with people you don't know, maybe playing with people you used to play against,
Yep.
And it seems to get itself ironed out.
It does. I think some of the Situate girls played with the Norwell girls when they were like younger because they had like the Seahawks. So that was like co-op for them. But me, Liz, and Molly like fit in well right now.
Yeah.
But I think we're all coming together.
It's great to see the girls' hockey programs really expanding and all, and it's always great to read some of the stats from all the games because this name keeps coming up, Calli Pineau. Now, for those viewers at home, explain to us, if you get a goal, you get 2 points, right? Or
Yeah.
for your individual stats.
Yeah.
And an assist is 1 point.
Yeah.
So in the last 6 games, you have tallied 19 points.
Yeah.
And I don't want to embarrass you, but you also had 2 hat tricks, which is 3 goals in 1 game,
Yeah.
right? That speaks obviously a lot about you and your talent, but it's also someone's passing you that puck, someone's getting you when you're in position. What's your best shot? Your wrist shot, your slap shot, or how are you scoring 19 points in 6 games?
I would say wrist shot. I kind of like find open ice and just shoot it quick. Like I think that's the way to go.
Yeah.
With people on you all the time too, I think the wrist shot's like the fastest you can shoot it.
And I assume with a wrist shot, you're trying to roof it, or are you really anywhere? Are you
Picking corners.
You're going for the corners.
Yeah.
Great.
I also go for a snapshot too,
Yeah.
because that's like the quickest I think mostly.
And Evan, what's your strength when it's time for you to put one on net?
I'd definitely say my shot is my strength. You mentioned the slap shot. I can't do a slap
Yeah.
shot.
It's not as easy as
I
it
think it's more
looks, right?
defensive.
I break
too.
my stick every
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Like it's just like this thing. I can't keep getting sticks. So I mean, everyone on my team would say like, I broke 4 sticks in just practice last year. I'm
Yep.
gonna stay away from that. So definitely the wrist shot, my strength.
Now, your coach, who is the coach of the cooperative team?
Tori Dinger.
How is it trying to get? This is the first year you've worked under Coach Dinger, right? Or
Second.
year, right? How's that working out? I mean, she again is meeting all these new girls
Yeah.
and trying to make a team.
I
together.
love her. She's a really good coach. She also like knows what she's talking about.
Yeah.
She's a coach for the U16 Breakers team too. So she already has like an idea of like what we need to work on and improve.
Right.
But also she can like look at someone and like know what they need to improve and like work on.
That's a
Even
good
our
coach.
team, yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
And on the boys' side, you got Coach Woodford, Brian Woodford, and you have assistants Ed O'Neill and Nick Malafronte, all who played hockey.
Yeah.
Good core of coaches for you guys.
Yes, very good.
Are your coaches both kind of like lighthearted, keep practice light, let's joke a little bit, or is it really regimented? We're going to work you guys. What is it?
She takes the game really seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah. She played at St. Michael's.
Up
So she
north, yeah.
so she like just has a love for the game. Such a passion.
How about Coach Woodford and company? Is it work, or is it?
It can definitely be work, but I'd say most of the time it's a little mix of both. I mean, you can't stop us from having too much fun.
Right.
So we're always celebrating, but it's always just get back to work right after.
There's always that mix where you got to do the drills, you got to put in the training for the stamina, but you also have to enjoy the game.
Yep.
Right? The bus rides sometimes are the funnest part of the night, or
Yeah.
whatever. Knowing. Now, you guys also play other sports. Evan, tell me about you. You're a pretty well-rounded student athlete. What else do you play?
I play golf and lacrosse. I've been playing both for all 4 years. Golf was super fun. I mean, all of the hockey kids played that too. So it was like everywhere I went, just had hockey kids by my side. And then same thing with lacrosse. All the hockey kids play that too. So I'd say it's so much fun to just constantly be surrounded by my friends and playing those sports.
Something about hockey players are always naturally good golfers. I don't know, it's because it's
Yeah,
a
it's-
swing, it's a hip action, whatever it is. I'm always jealous when I'm playing golf with friends. If I have anyone who's an ex-hockey player, I know I'm going to lose to them. But Calli, what do you do outside hockey?
I play softball in the spring.
Softball. Wait till you see the new field down there at
Yeah.
Varsity. I want to thank the Community Preservation Commission and the ARPA, American Rescue Plan. We put some money down into the softball field. We got new dugouts and bought a new scoreboard with federal funds. So we're ready for you guys. We're gonna have hopefully
They
have a
look
big,
nice.
hopefully have a big season for the softball
Yep.
team. Anyone you want to give a shout out on? Well, let me ask you this: student athletes, your students first, your athletes second. Tell me something about Abington High School. What's one of your favorite classes, favorite teachers, something about Abington High School that you look forward to or enjoy the most? You have a teacher or a subject matter that you prefer over others? And you don't have to name a teacher if you don't want to.
Teacher, I would say Miss Leonardo. She's just really open. I feel like I can talk to her about like anything.
Which is always
She's
good to
really
have.
funny and sweet, yeah.
Good. What are you, Evan?
I'd say my favorite class was history. And my favorite teacher is Mr. Scott. I mean, Mr. Scott's just like a down-to-earth guy. I played badminton with him. I won the tournament last year with him. So we're looking for
As a teammate.
Yeah, repeat. So I'd say, yeah, those are my two favorites.
All right, so Evan's throwing the gauntlet down in the badminton tournament right now. He's putting the challenge out there
Putting
right
it
now.
out there.
Huh?
Putting it out there. We challenge everyone. Everyone wants to like smack talk us and stuff, but I'm standing by it. We're gonna win again.
All right, I like your confidence.
Yep.
Let's hope that Mr. Scott stays healthy and is ready to go. Guys, I know you guys got to get to class. I want to thank you guys for coming on. I want to congratulate you thus far on the tremendous seasons you guys are having. And if you haven't gone to any of the games, you got to get to these hockey games because, as we talked about beforehand, the crowd really boosts the energy not only of the entire rink, but of you guys. You hear the crowd when you're there at a game, right?
Yep.
So anything you want to say to your fans right now before we move on and take a break? You send a shout out or a thank you. Otherwise, I'll say it for you. Get there, especially the boys' home rink is Rockland Rink. Your home rink is now considered. You play all different rinks.
I would say like, the Bog in Kingston.
The Bog?
Yeah, or Rockland. Our games are at Rockland, so.
You can check all of the schedules for Rockland. For Abington Hockey is under at arbiterlive.com under Abington High School. The girls hockey team is at arbiterlive.com under Situate High School. Hopefully you get out there and support the hockey programs because they love it and it's a really exciting game to watch. So I want to, again, wish you best of luck in the remainder of the season.
Thank you.
Maybe we'll follow up with you guys in the spring, talk about how the hockey season ended and how your golf and softball season and lacrosse seasons might be moving forward. So again, I want to thank Calli and Evan, two great representatives of Green Wave Nation, and we will be taking a quick break and be back with some of our most well-known and kind of infamous members of our basketball programs.
Baby, you see, you're so right for me, and I'm right for you. I love the things you do, like sweet tasting wine. Your lips are so divine. Your loving turns me on. My lonely days are gone. That's why I'm never gonna let you go. Never gonna let you go. Babe, I'm never gonna let you go. No, no, never gonna let you go. Baby, never gonna let you go. Never gonna let you go. Babe, I'm never gonna
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
let you go.
All right, we're back with the second half of this edition of The Buzz, and we're going to switch from the ice rink to the basketball court. It's winter. It's that time of year for these two sports, along with indoor track. And we've invited two guests from our basketball program to join us here for the second half. I want to introduce to you and welcome to you Rebecca Rix from our girls basketball team and Will LeBlanc from our boys basketball team. Welcome to The Buzz, guys and girls.
Thank you.
As you know, I've been to a number of both of your games. I try to volunteer to a lot of the basketball games, and it's fun to watch you guys play. I got to tell you that.
Love
Right?
having you there.
Thank you.
Well, you're both seniors.
Yep.
You've both been playing basketball, throughout high school.
Oh, yeah.
And did you play youth sports too? Youth basketball?
Yes.
Yes.
So now, as a senior, both of you actually are also captains, senior captains.
Yes.
Do you feel a little more responsibility as a captain there, or is it really kind of just I'm going to play the game and do what I can?
For sure, I definitely feel more responsible, bringing up the team when we're down or trying to get us to get started sooner. Getting us going is very.
How about you, Will? It's
Yeah, compared to last year, just like being on the team, like just as a member, I didn't play as much, but this year, like it's different. In the same thing, it's like it's the same. It's also I'm still on the team. I'm still playing basketball with my friends. It's like
right. You're still relying on the other 4 people
and
out there.
It's not like I'm like above anyone else anymore. It's like
Right.
we're all the same. We're all equals.
But to both of your points, but when the team needs to rally
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
needs to pick it up,
You
that's
gotta
when the
get
coaches
going.
look to you guys like
Yeah.
change the mentality out there, and you guys do a good job at doing that. It's you guys have had some good success this season, a couple of fun games, and I was talking to you guys earlier. I look at you two as very similar style players. You're kind of like that. I don't want to say it's the 5th or 6th guy off the bench because that they're less important, but you guys are like consistently in every play, whether it's defensively or whether it's offensively. You guys know that you have 5 fouls to give, and you're pretty good about doing that, which is good because you need like people like you guys who are enforcers and kind of set a tempo.
Love playing physical.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you
play.
like enjoy that style of game?
I much rather play in a physical game where the refs are kind of out of it and they're just letting us play, and where we can be like high school kids and just play against each other and compete.
You too?
I agree. Yeah. As long as the refs are calling it both ways.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's great because you guys aren't the 2 tallest people out there, but yet you're getting rebounds.
Oh, yeah.
And that's because you're getting position, you're boxing out, you're doing the technique better than the others out there, and making those passes. But also, if there's a scrum on the floor, people going for the ball, you can bet that it's one of you two are involved in it, right?
Yeah.
It's just a lot of fun to watch, and you kind of get the rest of your teammates then feed off of that energy.
Yeah.
I see. Anyhow, do you feel it that way?
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
So as seniors, you both of your teams have a couple of seniors and then a lot of underclassmen. Real good mix. It's a little responsibility as a senior. Do you find these kids like kind of looking to you for guidance or instruction?
Yeah. I personally like to take Zoe Maslenka under my wing.
A freshman.
A freshman. She reminds me of me a little bit. She's tough. She likes to get in there. She likes to get going.
She's very much like you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you totally. How about you as a senior? You feel like
Yeah, so like obviously you have the two sophomores, Kingston and Tyler. Those two, they're both great basketball players, and they're both, I'd say they're the 2 best scorers on the team, and they obviously elevate us. But they're young kids, and Kingston especially, I like to mess with him. I like to take him under because he's a funny kid. So
yeah, and it's good that you help them kind of instill their confidence in the game, and that they know that you've got their back.
Yeah.
One of the things I really like about you guys, especially this year, I've seen a change in the mentality and in the kind of the enthusiasm. Is if one of your players gets knocked down on the ground, there's 2 or 3 teammates right there to pick them up. And everyone on the bench is not sitting on the bench; they're up on their feet. You're really playing well as a team.
Yeah.
yes,
You guys, you have your starting 5, but you bring in that 6th, 7th, 8th person.
Yeah.
It just keeps flowing.
yeah, we run deep. I think we're such a deep team, and we can put those 5 starters out there, and we have Jake McSherry coming off the bench. We have Michael. He's a great defensive guy.
Yep.
Nate Duggan, he's always pushing.
You do. You guys can kind of switch to the boys' team.
Yeah.
You have that offensive push.
Yeah.
But you also have really been developing a shutdown defense.
Yes, that's been our main focus.
Yeah, and you've been known to be assigned to defend against usually one of their 1 or 2 best players.
I always want their best player.
Yeah.
Yeah. I encourage coach to give me him.
I think that's great, and I think people kind of underestimate the importance of defense in basketball.
I agree. Yeah.
And you guys, your teams, I think do a great job at doing that. Talk to me. We were talking earlier about players like Zoe and Lacey and Ava and Savvy, the younger kids. You really see them when they come off the bench; they're ready to go.
Yeah, they're 100% ready to go. Lacey, she hasn't been starting yet. I think she'll get in there eventually, especially when we need a shooter. She's ready to shoot as soon as she comes off the bench, and she does it well.
Now, before every game, everyone gets ready in a different way. We were talking earlier. You're a very superstitious player.
I am.
Talk to our viewers at home about why do you feel you're superstitious, and what are these superstitions? What are these things you do before every game?
When we go into the locker room, I have to make sure everybody hits the top of the doorway when we're leaving, and when we go into the gym, when our song starts playing, we do the same thing, and then we'll get going. I'm very superstitious just because I think I play better about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think I play the game better when I do the things I usually do.
You actually do your hair
Yeah.
specifically.
I do.
In what way?
I always have a braid in it in some kind. I either have 2 at the top or it's in a pony braid, something.
And who starts the chants for your team?
Me. I have to.
Which is great. I mean, now you're a senior captain. Was this true as a junior and a sophomore? Did you still have these superstitions that you followed?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it wasn't necessarily me starting the chant last year,
Yeah.
but made sure everyone hit the door on the way out. Like, the braids were always in.
That's
so.
great. Kind of gets everyone focused in the
Yeah.
same direction. Now, Will, you're not superstitious. You just come and you're ready to play.
Yeah.
You
yeah.
put your sneakers on, you go.
Put my music in, and just like bus rides, I like to just lay down in the back, just chill, maybe take a nap, but
Yeah.
eventually, just
But
get to
when
the
it
game and
jump ball, you're ready
Yeah.
to rock.
ready. Yeah.
Now, you've got, you talked earlier, Connor Pease and Jake McSherry. You got
Oh,
2
yeah.
big men
Yeah.
on a team, which is really a nice
It
little
is,
perk
yes.
for a high school
Yes,
team.
yes.
Fun to watch those guys. Connor, I know, had a big game the other
Oh,
night.
He
Really
came up. He
great.
came up big last night, definitely.
It's nice to see, and you guys play well. I mean, you have Ella Williamson,
Yeah.
strong shooter for the Green Wave, can launch it from
Yeah.
20 plus feet
Half
out.
court, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, and amazingly, she
Yeah.
hits it a lot.
Yeah.
It's a really good mix, and usually when she's firing one off from outside three-point land, you're lurking underneath the hoop, and you're there for the
Yeah.
rebound. I've watched you really play and develop. Talk to me about your coaches and stuff, about how are your practices? Like, you guys, I asked the hockey crew, is it a lighthearted practice? I know this sprints up and back and all.
Yeah.
But are you really trying to enjoy the game, or are you guys really sweating and pushing?
It's both, for
Yeah.
sure. We usually know when we need to lock in, like, before a game, like, and get going, focus, do what we need to do. But then our Sunday practices are more of our fun practices, unless we have a Monday game.
How about boys?
We definitely get to it. We go for 2 hours about each, pretty much
Yeah.
every day, and we go hard. We try to push each other, so we're ready. And there's a lot of kids that in practice that maybe don't get in the game a lot. Like, for example, Ryan Simonetti is a great defensive guy, great guy to play against. Nate, again, he's always hustling. He's the hardest worker on the team, I think. So
It's great prep when you're playing against each other. If
Beat
you've
each other
got
up,
good
Yeah.
players
Yeah.
playing against each. What's the relationship between the girls and the boys, the basketball players? Do you cross paths a lot? Is there a lot of camaraderie between you?
Yeah, we have a couple double headers through the
Yeah.
season,
Yeah.
so we share a bus.
Yep, we take the bus to. We took the bus and the ferry to Martha's Vineyard
Oh,
this
that's
year,
right.
so we
Yeah.
do that. So
Yeah.
that's
It's a far
always
trip.
fun. Yeah, it is a
I
long
think those
trip.
varsity doubleheaders are great.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Because it gets, not only you guys have the opportunity to see each other play, because
Yeah.
usually, for the viewers at home, if you don't know, usually it's boys varsity and boys JV are, for example, away, while the girls varsity and girls JV are home, and then vice versa.
Yeah. Yep.
For the doubleheaders, you have both varsity teams at home.
Yeah.
And so you get to see each other play, but also your parents get to
Fun.
see,
Yeah.
Yeah.
both
It's
sexes play.
also a big crowd.
Yeah.
Big crowd
Yeah.
draws more people, so it's fun. Gets loud in the gym.
I agree, and I like it when other schools kind of jump on that
Yeah.
bandwagon.
Definitely.
It's a lot of fun. Tell me about the other sports you guys play. What do you play when you're not playing basketball?
I play football in the fall, so
Yes, I know that.
yep.
Enjoy that.
Oh.
If you had to pick between sports,
So like earlier in my youth career, I played soccer. So eventually I had to stop playing soccer.
Yeah.
So I did that. I think I stopped about 7th grade and played football from then on.
thank you for doing that, because the
I
football program appreciates it.
I went to a different school, so I missed my freshman year. But coming back for sophomore year was great, and I had a great time going to see Gillette that year.
Yeah. It was great. I mean, number 6 was all over the field for the Green Wave. And Calli, jeez. Rebecca, what do you do?
So this year I started to play volleyball, but I've been playing lacrosse in the spring all 4 years.
Wow. So lacrosse. Defense or offense?
Defense.
I should have guessed. So you get to whack people with the stick, basically.
We can't really touch them,
You're
but
not supposed to.
yeah,
Right. But you get in their way.
yeah.
Okay,
for
as
sure.
Rebecca Rix does the best. Who are the teams, and back in basketball for a second, who are the teams you kind of circle on the calendar, like this is the team or teams that I really want to take it to this year?
For girls basketball, we usually like to take it to Rockland, Hull, EB.
Yeah.
Those couple games.
Why? Do you know the girls on those teams?
Yeah.
Is that the reason?
I know them the best.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the three people, like the three teams that people I know.
Yeah. And is it kind of a friendly competition, or is it really like there's a little animosity there?
Both.
Yeah.
For sure. I'm definitely friendlier with a couple more people
Yeah.
than not, but
How about you, Will? You got any teams that you like to
Got a
line
couple.
up?
Yeah, Rockland, of course, East Bridgewater, always, and Norwell.
In Norwell, yeah.
As of late, yeah.
I mean, you guys both have a lot of more basketball season left in front of you, and some really positive thoughts moving forward. You mentioned the crowd. Talk to the viewers at home how much you guys feed off the crowd and how important it is, both home and away. You get a pretty good following of fans. The Green Wave Nation travels pretty
definitely.
well. How does it affect you guys when you're out there?
I love when there's a crowd there. It's different at away games when
Yeah.
you see all the other kids from the other towns cheering and going crazy for their guys, but
yeah.
it's like it gets us going when the crowd's
Yeah.
loud and cheering for us.
Especially away games for us. I think when the crowd is loud, it motivates us to be better
Yeah.
because then
You
it
really
shuts
feed
them
off-
up pretty much.
Yeah. You feed off of it. I mean, I go to your games and I'll play music during the timeouts because
Yeah.
I hate a quiet gym.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just drives me crazy, and I think we all feed off of the excitement
Yes.
of just noise, whether
Yeah.
it's the crowd, the players. And you guys have been fun to watch with, you never know who's going to step up every game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's been great to watch. Again, I asked the same question of the previous guests. Abington High School, great school, great tradition, great opportunities with sports and other extracurriculars. What is a teacher or a subject matter that you really enjoy at Abington High School?
I like math. I'm more of a math science kind of girl. My math teacher is Miss Leonardo. Love her. She's the sweetest. But my English teacher, Mr. Cutter, he's so kind and friendly and just open to everything.
It's great. What about you, Will?
So I'm also on the kind of math science stuff, but Mr. Foley,
Yep.
he's been one of my favorite teachers to be with. I'm in his engineering class and his computer science classes, so those are really interesting. So
And that's something you want to do when you get out of Abington High School?
yes, it is. Yeah,
Going towards engineering?
engineering, computers, yeah, stuff like that.
So you're looking at a couple of colleges now?
Yes.
And how about you, Rebecca? You moving on into a collegiate education somewhere?
Yep.
Great.
Hopefully far, but
Going to go away?
yeah.
Get to see the world, basically, huh? Well, wherever you go, I know you guys will succeed, because just watching the way you play, the way you kind of carry yourselves, never heard a bad thing about either one of you guys, which is always, reassuring. We're very fortunate here at Abington to have such quality student athletes, and I hope that when you watch the Buzz, you kind of sense that, because I don't know what it is. Every time we bring in these new student athletes to the show, I'm just always impressed, whether it's Calli and Evan earlier in the show or these two knuckleheads. They represent the town of Abington and the school community very well. So thank you guys for coming here.
Thank you for
And
having us.
thank all the viewers at home for tuning in. Please, again, get down to the basketball courts. Usually the home games are Tuesdays and Fridays, but check the schedules at arbiterlive.com. It's arbiterlive.com. Type in Abington High School and you'll get every single game scheduled for every single team at Abington High School. And when you're in the stands, give a special shout out for Rebecca and for Will if you get the opportunity. So again, thanks for tuning in for The Buzz here. Thanks for joining us, and we'll be back in the future with more editions of The Buzz here from Abington High School. Have a great day.